right, we will go ahead and get started, starting with Rock Kabatko.
Hey, John, congratulations. At what point do you start becoming aware of the possibility of a no-hitter, letting yourself think about it? And what's it like in the dugout between innings, knowing how superstitious guys are?
Yeah, I didn't know until I think it was the sixth. Yeah, when you pitch away, they definitely let you know from the stands if you have a no-hitter or not. So I finally figured that out. In the dugout, I just tried to keep my calm, keep my focus, not worry about it too much, and just stay loose.
Dan Connolly.
John, you mentioned the emotions to Masson after the post game, but how much were you thinking of your dad? How much were you thinking of your family as you're going through that last part? Yeah. I looked at my glove right before I went out there for the ninth. Has his initials on it, and I said to myself that he wouldn't care. He's just glad that I'm having a good time. The accolades and everything like that never mattered to him, but it was pretty special, and I know he'd be proud.
Rich Dubroff.
Hey, John, what was the ninth inning like? Were you nervous? Were you excited?
When I started the inning, I got a little bit of the jello legs, just a little bit. Started to kind of feel a little wobbly, but once I threw that first pitch, I was able to lock in again.
Joe Trezza.
John, what did you eat for breakfast? And will you eat it every day for the rest of your life?
I had eggs, bacon, and potatoes, and I pretty much do eat that every day of my life. So, but yeah, I used to be so superstitious, and I pitch so much better when I'm not. So I'm just gonna roll with this and do whatever I want from here on out.
Nathan Ruiz.
John, just in the context of your career at large, what does a day like today mean for you, and given everything you've gone through?
It's special. It's pretty crazy. I hope it, lets every kid coming up knowing that, anybody can do it. I was on my way out in the minor leagues and figure out a way to make, a living out of this. And hopefully, kids coming up, even the ones overlooked, they have a chance.
Todd Karpovich.
Hey, John, they showed you in the eighth inning, guys were kind of talking to you. You were kind of laughing in the dugout. So I guess the superstition was kind of thrown out. I mean, were you pretty loose going into that ninth?
Yeah, that was what I was trying to do. I was trying not to think about it. So I was trying to talk to as many people as I could and laugh and joke and try to stay as loose as I possibly can. So yeah, I think I told Hayes I thought that ball was way out, and thank God he was there to catch it.
John Mioli.
John, this is going to bring a lot of attention to not only you, but this team. What does it mean to be able to highlight what's going on in Baltimore and not only your role in it, but where this team is going?
Yeah, I mean, it's about time. I think we have a lot of, fun guys to watch, to be honest with you. I think we have some great hitters, Mullins, Hayes, Mancini, and there's a bunch of them, but and a great bullpen and great rotation. I think we have a really good team, and it's about time people started to pay attention.
Mark Viviano.
Hey, John, congrats. Along those same lines, I think it was just after your last start, you said you didn't care what people thought in terms of getting attention. I guess you can't avoid it now. Are you comfortable with the accomplishment in terms of it bringing attention, not just to you, but to this club?
Yeah, I think it's a good thing all around. I'll probably shrug it off as much as I can, but I just love baseball, man. I just love it. I just want to go out there every fifth day and compete. That's all I care about. So as long as I'm playing this game, I'm happy.
Kevin Richardson.
John, was this one of those moments that you dreamed about as a guy coming out in the 11th round, that you can one day pitch a no-hitter in major leagues?
Yeah, but I never thought it would happen. Never thought in a million years. I was never that kid who had a ton of confidence in myself, and to be able to get to this point, I never really thought I'd be here. I'd always, write MLB, player when I was a kid on the sheet when they asked you what you wanted to do when you were older. But I never thought it was a reality. And now that it is, and now I, am able to throw this, it's crazy. And I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know how to put it into words.
Britt Giroli.
Congratulations, John. I'm wondering what you thought of the drop third strike rule before today's game, and if that has changed now in light of today's game.
Yeah, it's fine. It happens to everybody. It's not a big deal, and I'm just happy that I got through. Honestly, I'm happy I went complete game. I was stuck in the 7th inning. That's the farthest I've gone so far. So to be able to go 8th and 9th I was happy with that. But to get a good no-hitter, I mean, I could care less that it wasn't a perfect game.
We have time for 2 more questions. Joe Trezza.
John, you mentioned the Lewis fly ball. I'm curious what was going through your mind at that point, and did a similar thing happen when Mullins came in and slid and caught Crawford's line drive in the 6th?
When something goes out to center field, I have complete trust in Mullins to go after it. So I wasn't nearly as worried about that than the one that I thought was 5 rows deep in left field. I thought it was gone off the bat for sure. I didn't really hear how well he got it, and so. If this is Camden Yards, it's probably gone. So I'm glad we're in Seattle.
Dan Connolly.
John, that arguably is the greatest pitching performance in Orioles history. And it's the first time in 51 years the one guy has done it, and that other guy was Palmer, Hall of Famer that you know pretty well. Can you put into words what those statements mean, and how crazy it is to you that we would say that?
I can't put it into words. I can't do it. I don't know. It's such a crazy feeling. It's such a whirlwind of an experience, and I don't think I've been able to process it yet. But to be in the same breath as Palmer, I don't think that it gets much better than that.
One final question, Tyler Kepner.
Yeah, John, again, congratulations. There's been a few other no-hitters this year. It's been a great year for no-hitters. Have you watched the last out of Rodon and Musgrove and Bumgarner? Were you aware of those as they were happening?
Yeah, I was able to watch. I think it was Rodon and Musgrove. I don't know if I caught Bumgarner's, but yeah, it's hard to keep your cool, and those guys were able to. And I think I was showing a little bit too much emotion. I think it was the 8th where I struck out a guy and gave a little fist pump, and that's a little more than I'm used to doing. So I knew I was feeling a little bit of the butterflies, but I tried to compress it as much as I can and just keep my cool like those guys did.
Thanks a lot.